welcome to another week of Kids Church at Home. Well, if you know me, you know that I love kids books, and this week I'm going to share one of those books with you as we revisit what it means to be present with God. What does that mean? Is that like wrapping up a gift, or is that something else? Well, we're going to explore that. But first, our special shout out this week goes to Isabel and to Jack and to Charlie. Thanks for joining me and for taking this time to be present. So, as I mentioned, I have a special book this week. It's called What Does It Mean to Be Present? I love books so much, and I love what we can learn from these stories. And although we often share stories from long ago about Jesus or about creation or stories that come from our scriptures, there's lots of wisdom that we can learn from books that come out today that are still inspired by God. So today I'm going to share What Does It Mean to Be Present?
What Does It Mean to Be Present? By Rana Diorio, illustrated by Eliza Wheeler. What does it mean to be present? Does it mean showing up in class? No. Does it mean sharing something at show and tell? No. Does it mean wrapping yourself up? No. Being present means listening carefully when other people are speaking, noticing when someone needs help and taking the time to give them the help they need, focusing on what's happening now instead of thinking about what's next. Appreciating what you have, even if what someone else has seems better. Waiting patiently for your turn. Treating each new experience as an opportunity and understanding that making mistakes is how we learn and grow. It means being grateful for your family and friends and telling them so. Savoring each bite of your delicious food. It means cuddling with your puppy and enjoying how soft and wriggly he feels. Relishing the warmth of the sun and the sound of the rain. Feeling the sand between your toes, watching the rolling waves, smelling the briny seaweed, listening to the cawing seagulls and tasting the ocean's salty spray. It means allowing the rhythm of your breath in and out to make you feel peaceful. Closing your eyes and being still enough to hear your inner voice. Being present means living in the moment. It means realizing that yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. So tell your friends what it means to be present and spread the word. When we're all present, life can be much richer, fuller, and happier.
Well, I really like those ending lines. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Today is a gift. Well, my friends, I know that things are shifting again and things might be changing and things might be hard, and maybe you're feeling again that you're frustrated with how school is going or that you can't see your friends yet the way you want to. So how might you find the gift in today? Yesterday is gone. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. How might you find the gift in today? What can you be present for today? What might you notice? What might you be grateful for? Who might you give a hug to? How can you be present? Sometimes people use different things to help them be present in a moment. In the church, we often use a candle to remind us that God is here in this moment and we are present right now with God around us and God inside of us, and God in between us. So for our craft today, I thought maybe we can make a special candle holder. And maybe that special candle holder might help you to create a space and a time in your home when you can breathe and you can be present with God and with those who are around you and loving you. So to make this candle holder, we need a few supplies. If you weren't able to pick up a craft supply kit from church, you can find these things around your house. The first thing you will need is some kind of glass jar or container. This is just a glass that came out of our cupboard, and we have more, so I think we can recycle or reuse this as a candle holder. Little mason jars are also a really good thing if you have some mason jars, or anything else that's glass and clear, or even plastic and clear, because we're going to use a battery-powered tea light inside, so it won't get hot. So you'll need some kind of container that you'll be able to put your tea light into. That's number one. Number two, we need something sticky. So I have a little bit of water and I have some white glue. I'm going to mix these up and this is going to become my sticky paste that is going to help me to create my candle holder. And two more items to help us with our creativity. We'll need some kind of black or dark Sharpie, and you'll need some scrap paper. Now I have these little pieces of tissue paper that are all ripped up. That's what I'm going to use. If you don't have tissue paper, ripped up old gift paper works, or you can use just normal white paper, scrap paper, and you can color the different pieces so you have different colors. Whatever paper you can find in your house will work really well. So that's it. Now let's make our craft. So to start our craft, we're going to take our white glue and we're going to mix it in with our water. So I have a little bit of water in there, you can see, and I'm going to add twice as much glue into that. So I've mixed up my water and my glue. The water in the glue is going to help my glue to spread a little bit easier when I put it on the glass, but it's still going to stay sticky and it will still dry nice and hard with a good finish. So now that I have that mixed, I'm going to grab my jar, my glass, and I'm going to paint my mixture onto the glass. I'm going to do a little bit at a time, get a nice coat, and then start taking one piece of paper at a time and putting it onto the glue, just like so. You could create a pattern if you wanted with your paper pieces. I'm just going to put them on randomly and pick different colors and slowly go all the way around until my whole glass is finished. So I've gone around, I've covered it all, I think, in one coat of paper. I'm going to take a second look, make sure all of it is covered, and then I'm going to paint over it one more time with my glue mixture so that when it dries, all the paper will dry sealed with the glue. So let me just check, smush down any sides. It's all covered. Okay. I'm going to now seal it all in with one more coat of my glue. That is all for now, my friends. Now we need to let this dry, so this is going to take some patience. You have to let all of that glue dry before we do the final step on our glass holder. So I'm going to go put this down on something so it doesn't get stuck to it, and I'm going to let it dry. And we'll come back in a little bit to do the final step. Well, it's been some time, And my glue has all dried, and you can see it's now got a nice finish. Ooh, there's a few patches that are a little bit wet still because I wasn't quite patient enough, but I can work around those. Now we're going to grab our dark marker. I have a black one here, and we're going to trace around some of the pieces of paper. So let me show you what I mean. Here's a square one. So I'm going to draw some lines around that square piece of green paper. Just like that. And then maybe I'll draw one around the yellow piece. Our lines don't have to be perfect. Just going to sketch them in a little bit. And then there's a blue piece there. I'm not going to do all the way around the blue piece. I'm just going to do some of the lines of the blue piece. I'm going to trace around there, and I'm going to connect that line. And then I'm going to go to the red one, and I'm going to trace around like so. And I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep putting some black lines around some of these pieces of paper just to make their shape stand out a little bit, to make the colors pop. So I'm just going to keep working at that until I make my way all the way around the glass. Well, I finished my way all the way around the glass. Not all the lines are perfect, but that's kind of what makes it look neat. From a distance now, all those different shapes stand out, and they really pop with that black color on them. So now all I have left to do is add a tea light inside, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, here is my new tea light holder with all the colors, all the shapes, and that beautiful light that can shine through it. I'd be so excited to see how your tea light turned out. I hope that it is beautiful and full of color and full of light. And I wonder how you might use your light to help you be present this week. How might you use your light to create space to think about the things that you have been grateful for? Maybe you might use your light just before bedtime to breathe and to quiet yourself. Maybe you might light your light at dinner time as you give thanks and share your thanks with everybody else around the dinner. Maybe when you're doing your schoolwork, you might light your candle and put it next to your computer and remember that no matter what your schoolwork is like today, that you are present, God is there with you. You're not alone through that. There are so many ways that we can use this candle as a reminder that we are not alone. God is with us, God is in us, God is present, and we are present together. Well, my friends, as you go into your week, no matter what might lie ahead, we don't know, it is a mystery. But in this moment, we know that we are blessed. You are blessed, I am blessed, and we are loved. So may there be love in your heart to give, and may there be joy in your heart to share. And may there be strength in your heart to lift others up. Until next week, my friends, be present, be grateful. You are loved. See ya.